All right, I believe we are live. Do. Deandra, Grand Prix, what's happening? I see a lot of people join the video chat. All right, fuck it. I'm just gonna bring everybody in. All right, what's up, everybody?
What's
So
good?
this is Humpday Reviews. So we are going to play some beats. I got some judges, some reviewers that we're gonna go over the beats and tell you what we think that you need to do better with the beats. We'll tell you some good shit about it too, but it's not something to just drag you down. Think of everything that we say as criticism. I mean, we're all trying to get better. Nobody's perfect. I promise you there's nobody in this group that is a fucking like gold platinum producer that's making fucking millions of dollars. So we're all trying to get better.
Nah, because if we were making millions of dollars, we wouldn't be sitting here on Facebook all day.
On
You know what I
Facebook,
mean?
right? No shit, right? I mean, I know people some making some money, but still, even they could get better. They'd even tell you that quicker than anybody.
This is true.
Yep.
All right, let's get some people in the chat. Everybody, share this live. I'm gonna go ahead and share it up real quick.
What's up,
S.
Pete?
Dot, how you doing, man?
All right. Straight off from work. But yeah.
Heck yeah, dude, that tournament was
man.
fire.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, definitely. Like, I always love seeing your beats.
Oh snap! Miss Freshman's up in
I
here.
mean,
What's up, hon?
Everybody. It's like I wasn't disappointed about it, but everybody did. You know what I mean? And every
There's a mic cutting in and out, I think.
Is it mine? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Drew. S. Dot was cutting in and out.
that's probably my connection. One.
Hold on, I'm gonna share. I got this going on YouTube too, so I'm gonna go ahead and share it live for YouTube.
Oh, we going big time tonight. Okay.
I'm on a couple groups, YouTube.
I can hear you.
I can hear a lot of crazy shit in the background.
Yeah, that ain't me, yo. I got my phone muted.
Yo, my phone's stupid, man. It's muted, but it ain't really muted.
It was probably me. I just realized my phone wasn't muted. Alright, let me share this YouTube link. Alright, we got a couple people in here. Alright, guys, I appreciate everybody coming out. We're starting to get the chat coming in.
Yeah.
I hate this that it says Facebook user bullshit.
Right.
All right, guys. If you do have speakers doing on, please mute it during the song, so we don't have crazy shit going on. All right, let's see. All right, here's the first one, guys. This is. All right, this is Dream Sequence. He sent us one in. Let's see what he's got.
Woo! Mm-mm-mm.
Okay, so one thing before we get to reviewing the beats. Hey guys, if we do this review, do me a favor. Send in what this beat is intended for. Like, I want to know, is it meant for a video game? Is it meant for some kind of like movie or show placement? Is it meant for an artist, for like a hip hop artist or any other kind of artist for that matter? Put in what you want to do, because that's the better way to review it, because there's a lot of people, they'll think of a beat and be like, they'll think about it with an artist jumping on it perspective. You know what I mean? But then there's other people that don't ever intend on an artist being on that track. Like, you talk to Aaron Island, he doesn't make beats intended for artists. Like, his shit's more cinematic, stuff like that. So, hey guys, from the next one, send what you have an intention for that beat on. But all right, let's bring in, we'll say Drew. Let's see what Drew's got to say on this one first.
Well, he told me about this beat before he even ever submitted it, and he said this was his rebirth, because check it, that beat, that instrumental that he rapped over, well, he didn't rap over it, it was just a beat, but that was an original that he sent in way back, and it was not mixed well. It was before we were doing OBS and Restream and everything, and he definitely cleaned it up. And if you listen to I guess it was Hotspot and Back to Back, he actually rapped and sang on it too. So he didn't say it was for a video game or like an album or anything. He said it was just like his rebirth, because you remember Nephew Pre was in a little slump there. So I like the way he came out of his slump. And I was glad I was able to hear it first before everybody else.
Hell yeah. Hey, should we do everybody on at the same time when we're talking about this, or should we do it one at a time? Here, I'll bring everybody in and we'll figure that out. Should we do the reviews with everybody on here at once, or should we do it like I split them back one at a time?
It's your world, Fiction. However you want to do it.
It's your show, bro. Any way you want to do it,
all right, fuck it. We'll do it with everybody on here. That way, I don't have to keep clicking here and there and all that bullshit. All right, so I will say this about the beat: the drums needed to be higher. The 808 was hitting, and I could hear it and I could feel it, but the clap needed to be higher. The drums needed to be higher. All the drum elements of that track, I felt like they were too low, and that took away from me. I loved hearing like the melodicness of that song, but I just think the drums need to be higher.
Fair.
I agree. Like, I could tell what direction he was trying to take, but the drums could have came. Needs to be done with the mixing. Like, it was in the mid. It was like almost, and like sometimes you need that will like fit everything in direction with it. You know, it took me, like, you could title of what he was creating. Drum element just needed some.
Right.
So can I be the oddball of this whole
Sure.
whole conversation we having right now? So I feel like this, man. I'm personally, I'm going to say it, and I don't really care. I'm probably one of the biggest Drake fans you're going to ever come in contact with, and I've been listening to this track preferably for the last 2 weeks now, and I don't think he was really trying to go for a heavy 808 bass song. I think he was going for a beat that was going to be real smooth and laid back, and it just hits in certain areas. And I think the synthesizers and the melodic feel he was going for, it slapped you more in the face than the actual drums and the snares and everything else. So I think he was actually attempting to go for more or less a lo-fi beat that you would actually hear Drake on. Because if
Sure.
you notice, the only time you really hear Drake on a beat that has heavily 808s and snares and kicks is if he's doing a battle song or a diss song. But when he's trying to woo the ladies and stuff, or he's just expressing some stuff that's been on his mind, preferably family stuff,
Right.
it's real smooth and lowered so you can hear everything that he's saying. So me personally, I think that this song was I thought it was mixed pretty good. And also I think it's ready for our artist to be on.
Hell yeah. Yeah, like I love the song. Like I just that clap I think needed to be a little bit higher. It was a little bit too much in the background for me.
But you know what? That beat was so wavy and groovy, I couldn't even really notice that there was like a clap in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I'm like, what clap?
Yeah,
Maybe
that's why
I'm.
I'm like, Pat,
Here,
you got those super ears, bro.
hold on, listen.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. Right there.
Okay.
I love it in there. I love it in there. I just that clap needed to be brought more to the front to where you can.
My
hear it.
mind like takes over, man. As soon as that melody comes on, I don't hear nothing else except that groove. And maybe that's a bad trait to have or a bad habit, man. But just hearing it, I'm like, oh my goodness. That made me want to roll up and smoke, and I ain't smoked in years.
I love pre-archery shit, man. He always has a certain style to him.
Yeah, nephew is something else, man. I love what he's doing with himself right now, man. Shout out to pre-archery. We love you, bro.
Yeah, dream sequence in the house.
All right, so we've heard from everybody. Yo, DS, Dream Sequence, you're awesome, man. All right, this next one, guys, is Dead Ass Beats. Y'all know her.
That's my girl. Let's get it.
I'm curious to hear what you got. What y'all got?
No, that was sound like a Estee Lauder commercial or something. I'm saying
Eh,
it was like eclectic, man. It was like real. I don't know, man. I don't know how to describe it. Like I'm not critiquing the mix or anything. The mix sounded decent. It sounded like it needs a little bit more. Like you
hey,
could tell
Ash.
she's not done with it. I think.
Yeah. Hey, Ash, what were you intending with that beat? Is that an artist beat? See if she's in here and can answer. I like to know when we're like reviewing something or we're judging something. I kind of like to know what it's. Okay, it's for an artist. She says.
Okay.
Well, I after working with Ash and understanding her music and stuff, man, you know, some of her music can have an emo feel to it. So a lot of the times you don't know if the person that's creating emo music is either feeling something or a little down or feeling some type of pain. But me personally, and I think during the panel I'll just go last, man, here on out and stuff. I like going last.
Well,
But
thank you, Troy. Thank you.
I actually can hear Post Malone on this with Usher doing background vocals on it. That's how deep my mind goes with it. Me personally, I think if there's a little bit more variations in it, it would have been a solid song overall. I love the 808 that she had in there. You know how I feel about 808s. But yes, this definitely sounds like something that Post Malone would definitely slap up in the studio. I loved it, you know, to be honest with you.
It was pretty good. A tip I would like to recommend is melody and a counter melody. Try to the left or right just a little bit. Not like everything is sitting on top of each other.
And
Yeah,
that's something I'm working on myself, man. Is melodies
You get that
and power
separation.
melodies. Yeah, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's
like,
kind of like it's all centered. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and like just lower it down and put it to the left, and when you listen back, what the listener's going to hear, and somebody will hear that.
Yeah, that floating back and forth through your headphones.
Right.
I'm saying
That's like one of the greatest feelings ever.
The thing I'm gonna touch on this beat that hit me the most out of it. I like the beat. It's definitely you get lost in that type of beat. You know what I mean? You get to thinking and shit. The thing that stuck out to me the most, which is very subtle, was the hi-hats. The hi-hats, they were doing a lot of shit. I wanted to hear them a little bit more, and then maybe some panning on it. One thing that I'm big on is the panning. The panning where you hear shit going from left to right, especially with hi-hats, does a lot for a beat. So my advice on that one was bring your hi-hats up a little bit.
Okay, she said that she didn't mix this yet, man. So it probably could have been better.
Hey, that's why we're here. That's why we're here to say what it needed. I think find it to pan the left and right and get a little bit of stereo separation to that, just to make it sound a little bit separated from it.
Can I throw in the freebie tip?
Yeah.
Real quick, everybody. Go to Cable Guys Pancake, like PAN, and it's an automated panner. You can set it however you want, and it'll pan for you.
Yeah.
Man, you need to tell me I had Pancake for like 2 damn years and didn't know it did that.
EVM, I'm gonna slap you. Boy, you need to learn your equipment, brother.
No, I don't even have the shit, and I know it's called Pancake.
Yeah, no shit.
No, Pancake like a flat track, fam.
Yo, S dot. S dot, why you're bullshitting?
Wow.
Shaper Box 3 just came out.
I just saw that today also.
I just got it. Dude, I'm sitting here on this live with it downloaded on my computer. I want to mess with it so bad.
Well, I already know what this week's beat's going to sound like. Then once you get your hands on it,
Yeah, some time manipulation go crazy. Yeah, Cable Guy stuff is good, definitely. Cable Guy stuff is great.
Escott, man, thanks, bro. Because seriously, I had Pancake at every hard drive in my studio, and I said, man, I'm downloading it for the name, yo. I don't even really. I just wanted to be able to say I had Pancake.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
Real,
but I ain't know it did that though.
Tool, but it's very useful. It's real simple, but it gets.
Hold
yeah,
on,
I'm a log cabin the shit out of that. Now that I know that, man.
I keep forgetting about all these options in Restream that I could show chats and shit. Jason Dowdy says, Panomatic in FL Studio too. Hell, you could just automate the damn pan button.
Yeah, true. That's what I do. That's how you taught me to do, Pat. So
automations.
Okay. And Pat just giving out like undercover lessons. Okay, I see how that goes.
Hey, Troy, it's not the first
you were there.
time.
You were there, Troy.
You were there. All right, guys, that was Dead Ass Beats. Ashley, thank you for sending in. I hope we gave you a little bit of advice on that. Is that what she is now? Is that the official name?
I mean, that's what I've been seeing her going by since she.
I'm gonna need to see some. I'm gonna need some copyright licensing information.
It's my fault. I named her Dr. Dead last Friday.
All right, guys, this one next is. Let's see. All right, this one we haven't heard from in a long time. Actually, this is TBA Leaf.
Wow.
All right, here we go.
See, there's that panning.
Woo!
Sounds crazy in these headphones, though.
Man, I don't know the half. Oh, okay. Okay, Mutual Omaha, okay.
We're in a fucking Brazilian rainforest.
Yeah. Come on down to Trexler Town to the Lehigh Valley Zoo.
Shit.
What you know about Trexler Town?
I know about Allentown too. S. Dot
That's that we
All
from
right.
Reading, bro.
chilling Allentown up at Bethlehem at the college and shit too.
Yeah, I live right behind the airport.
Oh
Yeah.
snaps! Used to pass that
Wow.
joint all the time. Yo, how long? So S. Dot, you're from Jersey, but I remember you saying you
Hmm.
was from Allentown originally.
From North originally. I live in Allentown. Aqua.
Oh, gotcha. Other way around. Other way around.
Other way around.
Same thing though. I got peoples in Jersey too. I go there. That's where I go. I go there and down south a little bit sometimes, but Jersey, since I was a kid, Burlington County. Anyways, let's talk about that just went off there.
Yeah, let's talk about that shit.
Who got next? Who's
I'll go
first?
Troy likes going last, so
Oh, that's right.
I'll go. I'll go. So, just was missing one thing, waiting for like the like I understand the direction, but what really would if you would have had like you don't even need to have like a hard kick coming in to be to like another level. The vibe is it's just needed that one hit to another level.
Like yeah, there was no. You good? I mean, there was no real transition into anything. I liked it though. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the mix sounded great. Um, I like the animal sounds. You know what I'm saying? It's panning all through my headphones and whatnot. But yeah, Estot's right, man. He was waiting for like something to drop, just something. It didn't have to take the song over or nothing like that.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying? Just something
you
to like, you know what I mean? Like
be
just
like
a
a
slight,
hard 808,
yeah,
just like that. Like something let's go.
yeah, like real quick, like a almost not even a change up, just like a little breakdown, and then boom, come right back into that smooth, jungly Johnny he had going
Mhm.
on, like because it was a smooth beat.
Yeah,
I like the shakers. That
yeah,
joint
that's
sounded nice.
that's a vibe. Truly a vibe. Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah,
liked it. I agree. They needed some kind of like kick coming in, just like making it just get a little bit more intense than it was. I thought maybe a lead aspect could have brightened that up a little bit, but beyond that, the drop, that just having that kick come in, like y'all are talking about, I agree.
yeah,
I was that beat had me with the pluck. You know what I mean? That pluck that was going on in the background. I was loving that. 808 slaps you in the face, but I was also waiting for the kick to be a little bit harder too. You know what I'm saying? It actually took me back to the days of my man Dan Doe. Y'all remember Dan Doe?
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So
Dude,
that
I actually hit up Dando not too long ago.
yeah, that kind of reminded me of Dan Doe, like when he broke out of his shell and just started to hit us with a lot of good shit, man. Leave.
Mister, the lighter side of violence.
Oh yeah, don't get twisted though. Dan Doe, he has some heavy hitters too, man. But
Dude, there some babies were made because Dando's music. That's all I gotta fucking say.
okay, well look, between Dan Doe and OG McNeil, I'm pretty sure the baby boom era was something else. But that beat by Leaf, man, I loved it, man. At one point I was actually waiting for like Eric Killmonger to pop out and just be like, "Is this your king?" You know what I mean? Because it just reminds me of something that you would hear from Black Panther. I was, I was loving that.
Wakanda forever.
Man. But
based
I was
on a
loving
true
that.
story.
Definitely loving that. And yes, Dan Doe is definitely a beast, man. Shout out to him, man, wherever he is, man. Hope he's good.
All right, let's see what we got next. Guys, I appreciate all y'all coming on here, helping everybody with a little bit of advice toward their beats. All right, here's this one's going to be fun and interesting. This one's Jason Dowdy. I love hearing from somebody that actually has a little bit of experience in the music world and they throw on their shit for a review because I'm like, all right, what the fuck am I gonna say to this guy? But let's go. All right. Jason,
So
you fucking killed me on that drop, brother. You killed me on that drop. Like, everything in that shit I love, dude. Like, the panning you got going on, fucking all kinds of shit. But when you got to that one drop, it was like da 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 da, and then it was like a pitched higher, and then it pitched back, and then it dropped. That drop was not what I wanted. Something about that drop, I was just like, I loved
yeah.
everything but that drop.
S. Dot.
Hey, actually, brassing and the pizzies, the shit need to be turned up a little bit, because it's already sitting in the background. But I think when muffles your pizzy, bring your string, the pizziatic strings up, which was interesting to like a different vibe, and you brought it back. Probably just your kick need to be like beef up your kick a little bit. But besides that, to me.
All right, I'm gonna go next real quick. All right, so yeah, you breaking up on me, S. Dot. I'm pretty much figuring out what you're saying, but you're breaking up on me. Was I the only one that was hearing like the drum peeking out? The bass was like peaking, or was that on your end, Pat? I don't know. I was hearing like
Nah,
I was hearing crackling. I was over here
I,
like adjusting my mixer and stuff. Like what?
I'll play it again. I don't well part of it, but I don't think so. I didn't hear any. There's clapping in the background.
Right there. It might be me, man. All the other songs sounded fine, but to me, it sounds like the drums are peaking, unless that's what he was going for on that.
Maybe it
Uh,
needs a little like soft clip around the drums to like keep it from leveling.
Not too
yeah,
much though.
yeah, it felt like it was leveling, like it wasn't hurting my ears. But and I didn't know if he was going for that sound because lately I've been hearing people like really like kind of I don't want to say trashing, but to me it sounds like they be trashing up their 808s and it be sounding kind of dope. Like they do it on purpose, and people are like really starting to do that. So I don't know if that was he was going for, if it's just me hearing it wrong. You know what I'm saying? But overall, I like the way it transitioned and everything. But yeah, I was having some technical issues here, so I can't really give you like my true how I
Sure.
feel about it because of the way it was coming through. But
I
if that's
think
what
I
he was,
agree.
I don't
I
know.
agree with S. Dot. I think the kick needed to be harder. That one drop, I don't know, something about it just like did not hit and continue getting going where it was supposed to go. It seemed like it went on a totally different direction. But other than that, like I like the panning of it. I like the brass. EVM, what about you?
I like the concept of that. You know what I'm saying? If anything, it reminded me of early Timberland. You know what I'm saying? Like if you listen to producers long enough, you can almost tell when they hit the radio and stuff like that. Like when that beat first came on, I was just waiting to hear, come on, come on, come on, come on. You know what I mean? When he starts his beatboxing, you know what I'm saying? Like it gave me like a Timberland feel. You know what I'm saying? Um Man, I thought the panning for that was also good. And that synthesizer, it could have came down just a hair, none too crazy.
All right, did y'all hold it up while I was gone?
Yeah, yeah. EVM held it down.
All right. All right, let's see what else we got. We all did our reviews on that one. That was Jason Dowdy, JDM, Jason Dowdy Music. Appreciate it,
JDM.
Jason. All right, here's a new one. Here's Nathaniel Daniels.
Oh,
Nathaniel Daniel.
this Nate. All right.
Nate, all right.
Wow.
Damn.
I'm gonna keep saying the same thing all night long. The drums, the hi-hats I could barely hear, and the snare needed to be turned up. Other than that, I fucking loved it. I've seen the same thing a couple times tonight. Y'all need to turn your drums up a little bit.
Yeah, I had two things on that one, man. I had the drums and that ARP. That ARP to me seems like it was bleeding really hard, and it like kind of overpowers the whole beat. Other than that, you turn that down just a little bit, man, and balance it out. You would have had a solid track.
Go ahead, S. Dot.
It's a solid track. I kind of agree with what everybody else is saying. Yeah, just turn down the art because it's drowning out the vocals that you had in the background. So that's basically what everybody else is saying.
Yeah, yeah.
S. Dot, you sound way better.
Yeah,
It was my browser. I was
Yeah.
using Safari. I switched to Chrome. So
You
my
were
bad.
like,
Okay.
I'm just talking like this. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, you sound way better, brother.
Yeah, all right. Now I know going forward. I ain't messing with Safari.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that ARP, I think the drum mixing needed to be like the drums needed to cut through a little bit more. That ARP was definitely overpowering.
6 decibels, people. 6 decibels.
Yeah, man, that's what got me. That ARP in the beginning. I was like, I liked it in the beginning, and then when the beat came in, it was still like way louder than the beat. It was like, but I liked the beat though, man. I could definitely rock to that joint. Like,
yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, the beat was smoking. The beat was smoking, man.
Couple little elements, man, but that was a nice beat.
Yeah,
I mean, I was just like, just turn that arc down a little bit, man.
Yeah, and yeah, you were right, Fiction too. Like the hi-hats, but you know what? Maybe the hi-hats were loud enough, but the ARP was just too loud. You know what I'm saying?
Believe it or not, man, you could have slapped a soft clipper on that ARP, and they would have did exactly what it was supposed to do at that point.
Mm-hmm.
I would have put a limiter on it, just to tone it down just a little bit. A limiter is a great tool to like bring an instrument forward or backward in a beat. It's a very good tool.
Yeah, it is. It can be a definite game changer, especially in trap and lo-fi beats. Yes,
in anything.
Right, and EVM.
Okay, we'll go with it. We'll go with anything.
EVM says 6 decibels, man. Check on your gain station, right?
Hell yeah. Actually, if I gain stage down to like a negative 12 is where I gain stage at, just to keep my mixer from outgoing too hard.
Yeah,
and then you have so much headroom.
Right. Yeah, I use a negative 12 myself. Some sounds you got to go higher or lower, but basically you can pretty much get everything in that, 12 to like 10 range there.
Jason Downey, you're stupid. It's like every meme he put. Let me put this for everybody.
I'm saying, man, Jason's dropping some gems tonight, though, man. I definitely appreciate that, though.
No, this is not a gem. This is not a gem. This is not a gem. This is a joke.
That was the ongoing joke. All right, man.
Dude, Sound Goodizer is like the meme from. Don't get me wrong. I used the hell out of Sound Goodizer when I was first fucking getting back into FL Studio, and it's good for a saturation plugin. But like people you throw that shit on everything.
Just throw some Sound Goodizer on it. Like,
yeah.
Like it was some Adobe or some
Yeah.
That's funny as shit. My inebriated itself, yo. I was about to say Sound Googlyizer. What am I looking at right now?
Sound Goodizer. It's. I used to put it on like my snares and my claps and shit like that.
That's that Larry's.
I see. And for some reason, I skipped right past that in FL Studio too. I was like, that
You've
don't
had
even
it.
sound right.
Man, I
EVM,
skipped
you've had
so
it for
much
2 years, brother. You've had it for 2 years.
Man.
Along with pancake.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
All
my
right,
goodness.
guys.
I'm getting used to the Dar again, bro. I'm getting used to the Dar again. It's been like 10 years.
Did you just call it a?
I did. I called it a Dar.
Dar.
Okay,
So
I'm
they
done
did
with
that-
y'all. I'm done with
Go
y'all.
ahead, man. Go
All
ahead.
right, everybody. This is World Tour 2000. It's called the Gritty One. Let's go. Okay, I stopped that. We got like 4 more minutes.
Hell no.
He said it. All right, Jason Dowdy said it. It sounded like there was a short in a chord the entire song. There was like some static
Not World Tour.
inputs.
You're good, bro. You're good, bro. Don't worry about it. You good.
What
Go ahead.
happened?
I'm sorry, Pat. No, he said my bad, y'all. So that's why I'm like, nah, you good, bro.
No, okay. So the transitions in my eyes were kind of. There was one transition I really liked where you started hearing like the piano come back in or whatever that instrument was. But the other transitions were kind of blocky. And there was definitely a static throughout the entire thing. Now, I know a lot of people go for like that old kind of vinyl effect on there to where it sounds like you got like kind of vinyl input noise on there. But yeah, something was up there.
Yeah, to me, we love you, Walt. Excuse me, guys. We love you, Walt, but to me, it felt like there was like really no structure. Um, I don't know, and like you said, like the shorted chord thing and all that, like you know, and there was a lot. You know what I'm saying? There was sounds that I liked. It's just I don't know. You know, could wait. The mix needs a little work, but this guy's adamant about making beats. He sends in all the time, so you know what I mean. I let these other gentlemen really critique. You know, I'm new. I'm newer than you, Walt. So I'm just here listening. You know, but yeah, we're all learning, right? So go on, gentlemen, discuss amongst yourselves.
Well, thank you, cousin. That was a nice introduction that you gave for us. Um, I am going to say this, being a former DJ from back in the day and stuff, man. If you really want to avoid hearing any type of humming or static in your equipment, always use gold-plated MCAs. Because when you use gold-plated MCAs, you won't get none of that staticky feel and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Sometimes when I would be mixing and doing mixtapes back then, I just really said how old I was. But doing mixtapes, you know what I'm saying, on live turntables and mixers and stuff, if your equipment was grounded and you used RCA cables that was silver plated, you always had some type of a humming and feedback. No matter, you could have been the baddest DJ in the world. You could have been DJ Scratch, and if you would have had silver plated RCAs and stuff, you're going to still hear some type of humming. So I recommend using gold plated RCAs, especially if you have a MPC or the earlier native instrument MPKs and stuff, the machine micros, that's it. So I would always go for that feel. And then you use hardware, you know what I'm saying? So I think what a lot of people get confused is nowadays you got VSTs that make your production sound like it's being used with the old school tape decks and stuff, like Pat said, where you can hear like the static and like a record warping and all that stuff. We have VSTs that do all that stuff, you know what I mean? But they're doing this naturally in your studio. So sometimes you just have to go the extra mile and do sound checks on all your hardware before you start banging your beats out and stuff, man. And I think once you did that and you did a little bit more transitions and variations with your beats, man, it's going to be amazing. Because I love that beat that you did with the sample that Usher used for Throwback with Jadakiss.
Oh yeah, that was a pretty good one. Yeah,
Yeah,
No, Drew. No, Drew. Don't try to talk now, Drew.
no, I just had to say my piece.
it was definitely it was the static where I couldn't, really enjoy it. Like I know what direction he was going
Sure.
into, and knowing, the equipment that he does uses, you really have to put in the work. You got to do everything manually. Just like EVM says, there's a lot of VSTs where you just press a button and it does it for you. But you do have some good stuff, good things I've been hearing all the time. He always shot me out all the time. That's my guy. It's just like that static. When you creating with hardware, you got to double check and triple check before you find
wires.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Them wires, man.
Look, I'm a guitarist. I'm a guitarist, so like anytime.
Matter of fact, ask Drew about some of my mixtapes from back in the '90s. He'll tell you that EBM ain't had no gold plated stuff.
My man had aluminum plate.
Drew ain't talking right now.
Pat say I ain't supposed to say shit right now.
No, hey Drew. On a serious note, Drew. One of the reasons that I wanted you on here, it doesn't matter about really experience. It matters about perspective. I want to know what your ears think. I want to know what S.Dot's ears think. I want to know what EVM's ears think. You know what I mean? It doesn't
Yeah, I got you
necessarily
on
have
that.
to be.
Nah, and for real, like, and I figured out what was wrong. Did a restore on my computer, so I put my volume, my desktop volume, back up on 100, just on the computer. Turn it down to 80, and everything sounds
Well,
lovely.
look at God. Look at God.
So
Yeah,
I appreciate all y'all coming on here because I like the multiple perspectives. You know what I mean? It's not just one person and one person's idea of the beat, and that's just one
right.
person's idea. I mean, I would much rather have multiple people giving advice on a beat to what they think because you're gonna hear some good things, you're gonna hear some bad things, you're gonna hear something that I didn't catch, you're gonna hear something EVM didn't catch. It's eight
Right.
pairs of
Yeah,
ears. You know what I mean?
that's true. And if you keep on getting different ears, you can keep on getting different perspectives. You know what I mean? And that'll be
Exactly.
even
Yep.
better. You know what I mean? Like it could be any of us guys right here, right now. This is the first time we're doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Exactly.
So it could be either any of us being the leader of the show and get some other people on, get everyone's perspective who's willing to come up
Sure.
on this piece.
Right.
You know what
And
I mean?
I've been real adamant since we started doing this, man. I wanted everybody to come out of the cracks and crevices of the world and start letting everybody know who you are, because it doesn't matter what type of software that you use. If you have a passion for music and you got the God-given talent to do it, man, don't be afraid, man. We're not here to bash you. You know what I'm saying? One of my biggest things was getting bashed and stuff and not having thick skin. But trust me, when you make enough beats and you got people who actually care about you and your production, they'll start telling you like, hey, bro, we need to tighten up. You know what I'm saying? And I'll put it to you like this, like my old security manager used to say, would you rather me tell you that you have a boogie hanging from your nose, or just let you walk around the whole entire hospital just rocking all type of butt nuggets in your nose? You know what I'm
Well,
saying? So
that
trust me.
depends on what she looked like. Yeah, the
Shit.
worst, we're going to give you some good advice. And at the end of it, EVM might want to give you a hug afterward. But other than that, we're about having a good time and getting better.
I ain't hugging nobody because ain't nobody hug me.
EVM said, where's my hug?
Just
They're
get
like,
a brother, get
nah,
some
bro.
love around here.
Man, nah, bro, fix your beats. Fix your beats, Troy.
All right, so I got two more guys, and then we're gonna call it a night. I ain't trying to run these damn weekdays too long, but this is Rich Cranium Productions. I told J Rob to submit this
J-Rob.
to us because I had something I wanted to say to him about this beat. First off, J Rob, if you're in the chat, I want to know what your intentions were for this beat. Because I already had a lot of ideas that popped in my head the first time I heard it. But I'll let you guys hear it again.
It's a Rich Cranium production.
Okay. So I'm gonna let y'all go. I'll go last on this one because I just wrote down everything that I had a problem with or I had a thought of.
Yeah, well, you were saying that this is a beat that you wanted him to send in so you could talk about. So yeah,
Yes,
we
yes.
definitely gonna let you go last.
Yeah, all right, so y'all go.
All right, so I'll go, yo, Rich Cranium Productions, J Rob. Yeah, I always want to rap to his stuff. You know what I'm saying? It sounded almost like the panning was dope. It was messing with a little bit. He had the
Yeah,
panning on point.
yes.
But the beat it felt like the melody was choppy. If if you could say choppy, like it was a choppy melody, and like there was like the flow was it didn't flow the way I wanted it to. Like something was supposed to actually happen there because it sounded like a spooky beat, but then like none of the spooky strings or anything came in or something like that. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like it was I don't
It
know.
was it was thin.
Yeah, but it was hitting hard though. That's the thing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was hitting hard. Like the bass was there and everything. But um, I need something, a couple more layers for me. A few more layers. Love you, J
All right.
Rob.
Who's next?
You want me to go or you want to go?
Yeah, I'll speak my piece right quick, man. I'm a fan of Rich Cranium music, man, and love his beats. This one, the piano was doing something. The piano wasn't really doing it for me in this one, but I do have a trick and a solution for that, man. So if you want your chords and your piano to pop, pick up that guitar rig. Guitar rig will change your life and it will change all the chords in your pianos. You know what I'm saying? Once you use that and you play your notes, you'll hear and you will see the difference as you're arranging it on the piano roll. Yes, guitar rig. Now it's supposed to be for guitars, but no. Worst case. Did I hear chirlings?
My bad, that's my
What?
kids.
Okay. I was like, yo, did I
Eh,
hear everywhere? Am I bugging?
S dot. We all got them. You're all good.
Yeah, we do. Um, so the secret sauce, man, guitar rig and scalar 2.
All right, S dot. Go ahead.
All right, so I don't know if anybody caught it, but I caught it. So on his main melody, which was the piano, it sounded like he had like either glitch or Fetrix on it because it was like a lot of stuff going like slightly reverse, and like triple time a little bit. So that stuttering effect to the piano, it sounded like he had like glitch or Fetrix on it. So like I understood that part. It does need more. It did need more layers. Um, it was just like uh eating unseasoned fried chicken. It needed more layers, needed more seasoning to it. But
Bro,
it
did you
was a good
say unseasoned
concept.
chicken though?
Yeah.
What are you
'Cause
trying to
it's like
say? Wait, hold on. Are you trying to say it was like white people fried chicken?
Okay, you know what?
what
You know
what
what?
did I walk in on?
You know what?
no,
I'm
Don't be
done.
talking shit on no fried chicken
no,
up in this
no,
month.
because like you'd be like, yeah, this is I know I know I'm about to eat some chicken, then you bite into it, you'd be like, it's missing something. So that's like I know
It's
it's like
like
a bad analogy, but that's the way I could describe it right
it's like
now. It's
old
like,
people.
Flavor.
They
That's
can't
the
have the
flavor.
sodium.
See,
Damn,
see,
yo,
the-
yeah,
see, Chico, you gonna be making some fried chicken. You got brine that. You got brine that chicken first. You know, you don't brine it. It ain't gonna fry up right.
yo.
but yeah, but that's what
What's
it just like it was missing something. Like I'm expecting, all right, he using this and using that. Like I'm catching certain things, but it's like the panning was cool. When he broke down and did the kick drum section, I was just wanted like a snare like on every four or on every two. That would have really like it's like that. I don't
Energy,
know.
right?
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
that energy.
Right? Yeah.
All right. I guess I'll go. with my white people fried chicken analogy.
Maybe that Jones be chicken tenders and shit.
Dude, it's like
It ain't even got the bone in it.
It's like old people that can't have salt anymore.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
you're on the low sodium diet.
Keep
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
talking
all right.
Nah, that mean y'all using
All
Mrs. Stash.
All right, so
2 out of
fuck
3.
you, EVM.
Two out-
Fuck
2 out
you.
of 30 people have high blood pressure.
I'm fucking dead. I'm fucking dead. Jesus Christ. I have to compose myself to deal with y'all. I got a fucking list to talk about right here real quick, damn it.
Proceed, sir.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm good. Okay, so
Okay.
first off, this is the order as I was listening to it, I was writing it down. First off, the scratches. Okay, the scratch samples that you have in a song, they have to do something to that song. It doesn't, like, when you put a scratch sample in, if you use it every now and again as a scratch sample, it'll be alright. But if you use a lot of the same scratch sample, you can clearly tell that it's just a scratch sample and it's not actually manipulating the sound. That was one of the biggest things, because somebody told me that in one of my beats back when I learned how to actually use time manipulation to make those scratches, which is something I definitely encourage learning because it's awesome. One, I want to know what this beat was made for, because this is the exact reason that I said that I want people to send in what their intentions were for this beat, because it sounds like it would be a beat that would be easy for a hip hop artist to be jumped on, but then again I noticed there's 2 different scales in this track. And when you jump scales like that, it makes me think of a video game at that point in time.
Kinda.
You look at any songs that are video game tracks, you'll see them jump scales. And when I see that jump scale, it makes me think like a video game at that point in time. So that's what I wanted to know, what your intentions were, if you were intending for a hip-hop artist or if you're intending for a video game or something like that. That's why in these shows, send that, because that will definitely help us judge your beat. Okay, so some of the effects that I heard on it were dry, that I felt like could have had a little bit of effects, a little bit of a reverb put to them. The kick definitely needed to be harder. Let's see. I did like the hi-hat panning. Y'all talked about the panning. I did like the panning. The 808 need to be mixed a little bit better. There needed to be some side chaining going on with that kick to that 808. There's lots of things in this track I liked, but then how they kind of like got put together, I wanted to say something to you, J-Rob. So this is all out of love, brother. This is not. And then there needed to be variation. I needed a lead, or I needed some kind of variation to what you were doing. That's the main things that I saw. If you had it, it sounded kind of repetitious. Whatever.
Yeah, that's a word. That's a word.
Thank you, Drew.
Yeah, Drew
I needed some kind of variation in that, and I mean the idea of it was great. I think sound selection in that one might have been a big thing. The drums and the sound selection are so particular in beats in my eyes. I've done it 100 times, dude. Like, I've made a beat and I'm like, man, this just don't sound right. And it was because the snare, it could have been something as just the snare wasn't the right snare for the song.
Or was it the right snare and he didn't add
S.
that?
Dot brought it up. Effectrix. That reverse. It was like a loop, and then like halfway through, it would reverse it. And I use Effectrix. Actually, S. Dot, I was going to talk to you about like some of your. I know you were talking about using Looperator and stuff like that. I've heard people talking about glitch. I actually use Effectrix, and that the stutter effect, and there is a something else, not the bit
It's
crusher,
like
but
the stutter.
Loop
I use
X.
Effectrix. Yeah, Loop X.
Loop X, that's the other one.
Yeah.
I've specifically. I was gonna talk to you and be like, man, how'd you do these? Because I know Jason Dowdy brought you on there, and he was like, how do you do your transitions and stuff like that? And since that tournament, I've listened to your songs quite a few times, and I saw the stutter and the Loop X kind of in there, and I was like, I didn't know if that was actually glitch or Looperator or Effectrix.
And the day that your beast starts sounding like S. Dots, I will never step into a humidifier again.
Hey, they're getting crazier,
sir.
EVM. They're getting crazier, brother.
Yeah, they are.
Hey, EVM, don't worry, I'm coming for your ass.
Are you now?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I hear a challenge.
Don't worry, I'll just donate money
That's
to this
okay.
shit.
I'll come back for
Drew's
that.
like, I'm just gonna donate. Fuck it.
I got listen.
All right.
Listen, I got my ass whooped 2 times in a row. So trust me, I'm just as mad as you are.
Yeah, but-
EVM, no. Hold on.
Think about-
Hold the fuck on. Hold on.
Me and Pat are on the same
EVM says, I got my ass whooped. EVM made it to the final round, both fucking tournaments. I got kicked out the first fucking round in the first fucking tournament. He's like, I got my ass whooped. No, you want to know how you get your ass whooped? You get kicked out the first fucking round. That's how you get your ass whooped.
Pat, you didn't pull the trigger. You didn't pull the trigger like I know you can. You be holding back. You be trying to spare people's feelings, yo. You better start pulling that trigger, just like y'all told me I need to start doing it.
I got the beats. I just put them in the wrong fucking order.
That's my problem. That's my problem.
You gotta run them down.
All right, guys. Here's our last beat for the night, and I'm gonna get this shit kicked off. I believe Stargazers is our last one.
Cool.
S. Dot had to take a pee break.
I take care of that prostate.
You know what?
I'm gonna wait.
World Tour Beats just gave us a little statement there. He said, "I bet you within 6 months y'all gonna be talking big about World Tour." Okay, we're looking forward to that.
Hey, World Tour. Hey, World Tour. We already talking big about you. You're already in this shit every week, man. So you're part of the team, brother. So we're gonna see you on that winter board whooping EVM's ass.
Oh, so you want to drag me? Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Yo, no, but EVM,
I can't even say nothing, but I'll make it back there. Just watch.
I wanted to say this to you though, EVM. Think about it, man. You got to the finals twice in a row. You know how many? So you might have got your ass whipped in the end, but you made it to the boss every single time. So you whooped mad ass. You was double dragging elbows. Remember that, John? You didn't even punch me. elbow.
Hey, EVM,
elbow.
EVM, you just got to think about this like this. You know, people always talking about. It's like being with a woman. Getting to second place is you finished first, but she didn't.
You know, we'll talk about that off air.
You guys.
Ooh, where's this coming with Peter?
I need to mute every motherfucking one of y'all. All right, guys. Here's Stargazers. Let's go. Hey! Hey!
opening the box.
All right. That's Stargazers. Who's up?
Y'all go first.
Okay, so I got like one thing about that beat. Everything was nice. Everything panning, mixing was nice. I guess it was an 808. It didn't feel like it was an 808. I was just waiting for the hum. Like it was missing the tail of the 808. You know, it don't have to be that the. It is like it was just like boom, 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 boom. Like sometimes with 808s, you don't have to. You know, it's not a cardinal sin not to bend your 808. You could do whatever you want, but if you're going to use it, stretch that thing out.
Let it finish.
Let it go through. That's what the tail is for, so it could carry on.
I was calling it a leg.
No, go ahead.
I was calling it a leg for some reason.
Oh, yeah, leg,
back
tail,
in the day.
whatever. It was when I heard it come in. I'm like, it's like you almost at the finish line and you just like run out of gas.
Yes, that's the only way I can think of it, dude. It didn't finish.
Yeah. But overall, it's dope. Like everything's mixed, mastered, panned like very well. It's just that 808, that 808 bump or whatever didn't feel like it was at 808. It didn't feel
Yeah,
like it did its job all the way.
yeah, I
It was a
totally,
kick at that point.
Yeah.
I totally agree with S Dot on that. 'Cause, yeah, like the drums for me, they never really hit. They never hit hard through the whole song for me. But the mixing was great. Panning, I love the Stargazers. I was like one of the first people who got to ever play their music when we were back doing this before we knew what we were doing. We were like the Stargazers. I'll play them.
He said
You
back
know what
before
I'm
we were
saying?
doing what we were doing.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? With the widget, did you?
You bring that with you, did you?
I always bring it with me, did I?
You better open
Nah,
that window.
that winder. Get
That's
off the
By the-
roof.
I better get my ass up off the turlet.
The turtle. I was out in the outhouse. What you talk about?
Wash me some clothes.
Nah,
He said,
but yeah, I do love the Stargazers. They won a couple of grab bags. I think they got like nines and a few times in hot spot. So I give them props. But yeah, I felt like the drums for me, like S Dot said, like there was something about it. Like it needed, it needed a tail, leg. He was saying leg, tail. So, we were talking about chicken earlier. Ain't got that good leg. So with that fried leg, that's what I need. I need that greasy hit.
Ian Hammond had to
He said that leg needed some salt on it.
It needs some salt. You gotta brine that bitch. I told you.
It was funny because I called it a leg for some reason, and Ian Hammond was like, leg? He said, you mean in the envelope, bro? And then I was like, I said, well, it looks like a leg to me, damn it. So
all I gotta say is EVM does not surprise me anymore.
He's like, nah. He's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fall back real quick, and then comes out with some hot ass beat. Like when Jason Dowdy's show comes on, that's EVM's beat playing. When Back to Back comes on, that's EVM's beat playing on the intro. You know what I'm saying? So you're doing your thing, baby. Don't even act like you ain't. Oh, EVM, the humble
Well,
one.
EVM, fuck. I guess we're gonna need to get you a hotspot intro.
You know what I'm saying?
All right,
I was going to ask you if you needed one.
hey, have your people call my people. All right,
okay,
so
I'll do that.
I have a funny thing. I know your people.
Yeah.
All right, so here's my critique on it. The hi-hat, I think, needed a variation to it. The hi-hat was the same thing over and over throughout the entire song. That's one thing that got to me. There needed to be a switch up for the hi-hat, or just a switch up in general for the song. I think it was mixed fucking great. I think it filled out all the aspects that it needed to fill out. They had your low end. I think the clap needed to be louder. The snare clap, whichever one you want to call it. Dude, I see it all the time in beats. Look at beats on the radio. Look at beats fucking meant for artists. Look at beats made for placements for movies, for video games. The clap is always center in your face. The snare is always center in your face. It's never in the background. That's one of the center things that hits you besides the bass, the kick. Well, the kick's in mono. The bass is in mono. Besides, if y'all didn't know to do that, do that. But
True.
That snare and that clap needs to be more up front. And then my next thing.
It's crazy how you do stuff, Pat, though, because you have so many layers. So you're talking about one snare. I hear your beats, and you have like 6 snares.
I do, but there's always the snare on the 4 or 8. I mean, you have your different type of beats where you might do a snare on the 4 and the 6. Like you get reggaeton beats that'll switch up the snares and everything like that. But even in all my beats, there's that snare where it's supposed to be, and that main snare is always up.
All right, Rain Man.
I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. I mean, I'm just.
Nah,
this
you
is
right,
my
man.
opinion.
No, I would definitely agree with you. You know, I don't make mad beats. I just have an ear for music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
fuck yeah, dude. That's why you're here.
In the
Because
meantime, Drew be having some nice loops and just sits on them. But anyway,
Yeah, no
I
shit,
get it.
right?
I sent all you guys except S dot something. If
Yo,
I
why
send S
you
dot
gotta leave
something
S dot
and hey,
out?
y'all don't make a beat before he do off it, that's on y'all.
Yo, my
Only
wife.
thing that will stop me is my job, but most of the time I'll take my laptop with me to work.
That's what would
Hell
stop me
yeah,
from
dude. I
sending you the
feel you
loop,
on that
bro.
one.
My job.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
Drew.
have a bad
I
habit
gotta
of doing
tell you,
that.
my wife loves your monotone Barry Manilow voice.
Barry Manilow, you mean Barry White, bruh?
Barry White, yeah, there you go.
All them berries, baby.
Yeah, the berries know how to talk. That's all I gotta
You
say.
said Barry Manilow. I ain't gonna
She's
let you
like,
let that shit down.
his voice is so monotone, but I like it.
You know how I get down. Monotone and boring as hell looking, right? Like I'm just saying, but that was the last beat. Did you play the last beat? So we just been talking shit. The beats got us so like giddy.
I
All
think
the fuck
Stargazer. I think Stargazer was the last beat, man.
Yeah, but we were talking about Stargazer. They're good people
Lord.
though, but they are let's talk about this real quick since we're all here. So they came into the game in Heatwave as a producer group. So when we first started doing Hotspot, we didn't have no rules or nothing, but we started making rules and stuff like there can't be no collabs. But what if you came in that way? And I'm saying, are you allowed to stay that way? Like, since we accepted you as you were, are we allowed to break you apart? You know what I'm saying?
All right.
We about to turn this shit into a soap opera up in this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to a couple people about the whole collab thing, and look, if you're like Eric and his other producer that he does, if you're like Stargazers, that's how you came into this, I'm good with collabs. What I'm not good with for Hotspot is the like. Let me take
Oh, if
S
like S
dot
Dot and EVM made a song together,
and
that's not fair.
yeah, I'm like, I don't want two winners for Hotspot. Hotspot is a one winner type shit. So,
But it would be a
you know,
dope beat, so I want to hear it.
now somebody else also brought up the idea, well, what if I use like this loop prep pack from somebody else? And then I call them out on it. Well, I heard that. I know that's this person. Loop packs are fine. I'm not going to bitch at people. But if you're specifically working with somebody and there's like two artists, two producer names that have to go with this beat, I don't want it for a hotspot. I want one winner. That's it. But if you're going to use loop packs and you're going to claim that beat, then I'll take you.
But I'll tell you now, I have a loop pack from Jay Hayden that I have yet to open.
Sure,
And
dude, that's
and I have
absolutely
one from No H2O that I have yet to open. You know what I'm saying?
Open them motherfuckers.
It's gonna be 2 years later.
Yeah, man. Pancake.
Yeah, no
probably.
shit.
Pancake.
Yeah.
Your beat is gonna be flat if you don't open them, son.
No, if you use a loop pack from somebody, I'm good with it. That's not a collab that I just don't want two producers being like this is a collab that me and Jay Hayden just did, and I'm trying to fucking say it's the hotspot winner. That's all I'm trying to stop. But if it's a loop pack, power on. I can't really fucking nitpick too damn much.
Yeah, man. Let people do their thing.
Who said they're eventually going to claim Hotspot?
That was not EVM. I've never heard EVM say anything like that. I think Keith Longpree said that. Maybe Jason Dowdy. But not EVM. I've never heard EVM say shit about that.
Oh, okay.
I've heard EVM say, hotspot, nah. Who cares?
He's like, let's get the record straight.
Well, guys, that's all I have for tonight. This is the first edition of the Humpday Reviews. Let me go through. Drew, do you have anything to say to anybody?
I just want to shout out to everybody who's here right now who took time out tonight. Like, spur of the moment, I'll do it. It's fun. It's fun. I get to sit in and listen to people's beats. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if your beats is good, if your beats are bad. You know what I'm saying? my beats aren't all good, and I don't have
I
that
thought
many
this was
good ones out there. You know what I'm
I
saying?
thought
So
this
it's
was
like,
great, actually.
like it's nice sitting in with you guys, like hearing the things you're talking about. You know, I'm not using none of the stuff you guys are using, or that anyone out here is using. I feel like I'm still learning, but you know what I'm saying? I'm having fun doing this heat wave thing with y'all. You know what I mean? I thank everybody for taking the time to make a beat to send in here. You know, even if it was some old joint from like 3-4 months ago, at least you had the courage to send it in.
Fuck
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Hey, Drew, you're one that runs lives with us here on Heatwave. So you know more than anybody how it is talking to yourself to a chat log.
It's
You know what I
terrible.
mean?
And then especially when the chat goes down, like
Yes.
they don't even see the stuff you're doing off screen to keep your live going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They just
right.
see
No,
it.
no.
So, like,
Troubleshooting.
like when that part of your forearm disappears from where your t-shirt's at down into the camera, and you're looking at stuff, like they're like, "Oh man, that guy's working. He's working. He's working." And then you come back and like, "Oh, everything's okay. Here's the next beat."
So, yeah, dude, it's good having you guys on the chat with us, man, definitely. EVM, how about you?
I'm sorry, what did Pat say?
He said what?
Was he paying attention?
I told you about that.
I didn't catch
boy.
what you said.
All right.
I told you about that boy's attention span.
How about S. Dot?
All right. So, first of all, thanks for having me. Thanks for even thinking about, if I wanted to do it. Anytime y'all need somebody, just hit me up. I'll let you know if I could do it or not. I'm always available. If I ain't making beats, I'm asleep. Or at work.
I'm asleep.
That's
what happens when you eat all that fried chicken, nigga.
Yeah.
That's funny as hell. Pat, you can count me in next time, man. You
Yeah.
Definitely.
As long as I don't bring that white person seasoned fried chicken.
Yeah, you bring that Karen chicken, there's gonna be a problem.
The Karen chicken. We use cumin and beets.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Yeah. If you ever need me, I'm normally home by 9:00. So if you're going on at 9, just hit me up. Even after the show or during the week, if anybody got tips or want me to listen to something, like I have no problem listening and giving feedback. I will always would give back because I'm not like the type to keep secrets to myself. If you need help,
we appreciate you, S. Dot.
Yeah, and I'm the person getting the help because S. Dot helped me back in the old group. You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Yo, do this." So even though I don't have a looperator, you know what I'm saying? I'm still like trying to learn.
Come on, calm down, original recipe. Damn.
I mean,
yo, you could always reverse a cymbal crash. There you go.
Goddamn right.
Yeah,
goddamn right.
And then turn it into a riser.
Exactly.
I do reverse hi-hats. Shit.
I'm learning about things. I just don't know how to do them yet.
Yeah, not all of us got looperator money like that, man. The way my bank account set up.
Yo, how much? Yo, stop. If you don't mind me asking, how much is the looperator?
It's free.
Yeah, if you're a pirate.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I've never used it.
I don't remember. Let me go look it up right now. I got it.
TMI, y'all. TMI.
Nah. As long as as long as it don't cost as much as buying FL all plugins.
As long as it's not the Looperator Trojan edition, we all good.
Oh my gosh, no, man! I need the Looperator. I need the Durex edition, son. Do you get it? Wow, dad joke. All right, they're cutting us off.
Man, this is bad. I'm the only white guy.
All right, so it's 120.
120. All right, hell yeah.
That's not too bad.
Not ain't too shabby.
Nah, I thought he was gonna hit me like 322.
Nah.
I gotta drive up that bitch. Now I gotta pay it.
Dude, he said 22. I swear to God, I thought he was gonna bust out some change on top of that, like 322.46.
I know, right? It's some real bad measurements for the girl with a broken leg.
Bruh.
Hey,
Sorry.
her name's
Shut her down.
Listen,
Pat.
listen.
Shut her down.
Her name's Hey, her name's Eileen, and she works at IHOP.
That's funny shit. Come on, Eileen.
Hey guys, this is the first edition of the Hump Day Reviews. We love all y'all. EVM, S. Dot, Drew, Brainiac the Maniac. You guys are awesome. We will see y'all in 2 motherfucking weeks.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you guys.